guys, so today we are making gluten and dairy-free cornbread. It is delicious. These are the ingredients that you're going to need to get started. We're just going to go ahead and measure a cup and a quarter of our cornmeal. And then to this, we are going to add in 1.5 cups of a gluten-free 1-to-1 baking flour. So it's important that you're using this type of a flour when you're working with gluten-free flours. It's going to taste a whole lot better and you'll like the consistency more. Next, I'm actually substituting sugar for honey. You could use sugar if you want, as much as you want. I'm just using about a half a tablespoon, which honestly I think that this recipe needed a little bit more, according to my husband anyway, who likes his cornbread on the sweeter side. So you could use agave or syrup. You can totally leave this out if you want to. It just totally depends on your preference. So next to our dry ingredients, we are going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of our baking powder. And we're going to go ahead and add in 1 more teaspoon of baking powder. So we have 2 teaspoons baking powder. Next, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of our iodized sea salt. And we're just going to get this all incorporated. Okay, next you're going to start with another medium to large bowl and you're going to start incorporating your liquid ingredients. So you can use any type of dairy-free milk here that you want. We're going to add in about 1.5 cups of our dairy-free milk here. Coconut milk would also be really good. Try to get the unsweetened kind though. It's just a little bit healthier. It'll save you on the sugar and honestly you really won't even miss it. So we'll add that into our bowl. And then now we're just going to grab a couple of large eggs. I try to use organic free-range eggs whenever possible. You can just use whatever you have on hand. And this is where I decided to, at the last minute, swap out the oil and the butter. They recommended 1/3 cup of oil and butter, and I just felt like that was a whole lot. So instead, I happen to have unsweetened applesauce in my pantry, so I just added in 1/3 cup of that, which I do think helps with the flavor of cornbread too. It just helped add a little bit of sweetness to it, and it ended up tasting really good. So that is our liquid ingredients. We're just going to give that a quick whisk to combine everything. And then next, what we want to do is slowly start to add in the dry ingredient mixture into our wet ingredients. So you're just going to slowly whisk that all together just to make sure everything is nice and combined. So now you want to take about an 8-inch round or square pan and make sure you spray it really well with some cooking spray to make sure it doesn't stick. And you're just going to take a wooden spoon and get the mixture in there and make sure that you really spread it out evenly. It really helps it bake up nice and even the more you smooth it out. So we are going to just pop this into a preheated oven at 375 and we're going to bake this up for 30 minutes, and when it's done, it's delicious like this and all bubbly and brown, and the whole house smells good, and it's just a wonderful side dish to any meal that you're making. It also makes really good stuffing too. If you wanted to chop it up into cubes, you could also do that. So good. So just let it cool down for about 5 minutes or so and you should be good to go. And I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. If you want to see more gluten and dairy-free recipes, let me know. I'm happy to whip something up for you. I'm always playing around